Good morning. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your rough draft on writing assignment number 2. So I want to share with you the outline of the assignment itself. So this is the PDF for the writing assignment, and you'll see here it has a quick summary of what you'll need to do. And I like to keep this pulled up right next to while I'm writing so that I can make sure that I've accomplished each one of the objectives. Additionally, at the back, you'll see at the end of that writing assignment PDF, you'll find my computer's being a little slow this morning, the rubric associated with it. Now, this rubric is broken down into the 3 essential components of the writing assignment. Did you use enough background information? Did you organize the information appropriately? And did you cite it correctly? So that's the second area. And what I like about this too, and especially while I'm writing, is if I pull it up and compare it to what I am writing, I can evaluate myself as I go through. And then finally, I want to share with you that I pulled up a sample paper. This is from week 3 last week, where you can see the sample paper, how it's outlined and how it's cited and organized on the inside of it. So I want to share with you what this is the sample paper. Let me share with you quickly. The synthesis of literature review is bringing together scholarly resources, at least 7 scholarly resources, and creating grouping them into themes based on the topic that you selected. So this is the topic that this sample paper individual selected, was the concept of teleworking. And then inside of teleworking, he found there was a sub-theme of the impact on teleworking, those who telework, the impact on social and working relationships among workers based on teleworking, and the management strategies for overseeing teleworkers. So those are 3 separate subcategories. And inside of each one of those, what this student has done is taken the information from those 7 sources and then organized the pieces of those scholarly research that fall underneath of each of the themes and cited them within the text. And at the end, included a reference page, sorry to go down so quickly, of each of the articles. And also at the end, of course, wrapped it up with a conclusion. So that's the gist of the synthesis for literature review. And if I take a look at yours quickly, you are giving me a summary of a study. And that's the purpose of this synthesis of literature review, is for you to gather the current data, not to propose a conclusion, but to share what's available out there on this topic. And so we don't need an introduction and references. What we do need is to understand, select an aspect of this topic, and your topic is living with chronic illnesses. And perhaps what you could do is to have as yours, quick overview or quick introduction is that living with chronic illnesses have multiple types of impacts. Perhaps one of them is, one is on the individual, 2 is on the family, 3 is on the medical expenses. And maybe that's 3 broad topics. And then underneath of it, cite the information from these sources that you found on those who have the illness, and then arrange that into a body of paragraphs that discuss just that aspect of living with chronic illnesses. And then for your second section, the impact on the families, organize the information from your resources on that subtopic. So I hope that helps to orient you a little better about how this and why and in what fashion a synthesis of literature review is arranged. And I look forward to reading your final copy.